4. All right, everybody, I want to welcome you to the show. This show is getting moved up front. I have some breaking news. It's kind of urgent, and I want to get to it. By the way, if you're listening to this, I'm wearing a pair of Bono glasses and a wool sweater. The reason I'm wearing this is that two things. If you go skiing in the spring, a lot of times in Arizona, in the Southwest in particular, even in Utah and Colorado, I mean, it's in Mammoth as well as Big Bear, you can wear a couple layers with a sweater and a pair of sunglasses and just roll all afternoon. A helmet might even be too hot, but some people say safety first, and that's why I bring you into this episode. So I'm going to remove the Bono glasses right now, and the reason I'm wearing these again is that on snowy days I like to wear something that has more of a clear lens. These I can see a little bit better in the snow than I can with my shaded dragon goggles or my bolets. Both of those are shaded, but these have a very light tint to them. I think they're polarized, in fact, is what that might be. As you can see, look at those. Almost don't want to take them off. I should be over here singing Sunday, Bloody Sunday. That's old school YouTube. All right, well, anyway, so we're going to go put these back in the case here. So if you get some value out of this channel, I want you to subscribe. This is something that's very important before we move forward. If you don't, leave me a comment below and let me know what you're thinking. But we'd like you to like, subscribe, comment, and then share this podcast. This would be great. A couple things coming up we want to talk about on some future shows here. We have the show that we're going to do today, which actually wasn't slated for today's schedule, but something happened over the weekend, and I'm going to get into that. But a couple upcoming shows that we're going to be talking about. In 2 weeks, it's the Louis Vuitton Valentine's Day show. Make sure you tune in for that. Louis Vuitton is one of the more premier brands in the world, and if you love your girl or your guy, whatever your angst is in life, anyway, you can give them diamonds and pearls, but I'll tell you, Louis Vuitton puts a smile on their face every time. So I'm a big Louis Vuitton guy. I really like Louis Vuitton. Something else next weekend is the Super Bowl, the NFL Super Bowl special with SKI with Frankie Z in Tampa Bay, the show. So we're going to be talking about Super Bowl. We're going to be talking about the teams, but we're going to be talking about skiing in Florida. Yeah, I know that's an oxymoron. Actually, we're going to be talking about indoor skiing in New Jersey. There's a ski lift up there. And we're going to be talking about spring skiing. So tune in for those shows, as those are going to be coming up, as well as the hotels on Route 66, in particular, either in Flagstaff or Holbrook. Because there in Holbrook, you could stay and drive to Sunrise in the advent that you like to stay close to Route 66. But moving forward, we have a couple things on the docket today. The webcam is the first thing we're going to tune into. Then we're going to get into our segment. And again, the segment is huge. I'm going to talk about this. and then we're going to get into the music list. Now there's a surprise at the music list because we're going to do the top 10, and number 1 is going to blow your mind. But right now we're going to move around. One of the disadvantages of a small resort is when you only have a couple lifts. When your main lift goes down, like yesterday and today in Flagstaff at the Arizona Snow Bowl, it can become a little bit cumbersome for the crowd, but I think they wade through it all. But here's the one thing I want to say, that the Arizona Snow Bowl has tweeted out almost in real time when the lift wasn't on or when it did turn on or what was going on. And I got to hand it to those guys, because some people would cower the lift here, sorry about that, or whatever the situation was. Looking around Sunrise Ski Resort, oh, what a beautiful day over in the White Mountains. I love Sunrise. It's just such a great hill. It's such a beautiful hill. They only give you one camera shot, so it's kind of a teaser shot too. It's not all that. And then I have Squaw Valley up in Lake Tahoe. Wow. If you're looking at Squaw Valley webcams, you'll know what I'm talking about. They have one of the better webcam setups as well. You can look at the 8,200 foot elevation webcam. You can look at the Sierra Cam, which actually has the Lake Tahoe's beautiful blue lake in the background. It has a Far East Cam that shows some of the bowls that you can ski there in Squaw Valley, and it looks like the camera pans around a little bit. Right now I'm on the Squaw Valley 360 round shot cam, and it's showing you, well, a 360 view of, it looks like they're at a place called High Camp. That might be at the top. High Camp. Okay, there's another High Camp view that they've got that you can look at that looks towards the lake. Oh man, love Squaw Valley. Love Lake Tahoe. It's so beautiful up there. Now I want to get into the segment. This is really important. Has to do with safety. Now, I just talked about doing some spring skiing with my YouTube glasses. I mean, my Bono U2 glasses, and no helmet. That's not very safe. Yeah, well, if you're just making turns and carving, that's a good day. So what you want to do when you're on the hill is you want to try to ski with a buddy. I think that that's important. I think what else is important is if you pay attention to what I got today as a news report. Here's the report. Oceanside skier dies after being found unconscious in Mammoth Mountain snow. Now, Oceanside is just outside of San Diego. So this cat goes barreling up to Mammoth. And, well, you know what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let you hear the story here, and then we'll talk about it.
Mammoth Mountain posted on Instagram that a slide is triggered in a closed area of the mountain. The pattern knocked up from the snowslide was strong enough to knock a communication line off the cable on the closed Canyon Express. The caption on the Instagram post said the following: "This storm is another reminder about the power of Mother Nature. Conditions are currently dangerous. It will take considerable time and extreme caution and care by our team to dig out and prepare the mountain to open the next few days. Please be aware that lifts and facilities will be significantly delayed in the coming days." Snow immersion suffocation, also called the SIS, posted that danger will remain a threat through the weekend. Ski and ride with a buddy and keep them in your sight at all times. The ski resort said it's expecting a high traffic weekend and that lift tickets for the weekend are already sold out.
So that's what the mountain's telling you. Now, here's what happened with this guy that was on the lift that I was just mentioning. It says the man was found upside down in the snow by other guests. Ski patrol started CPR on the victim. The victim died at the local hospital. Mammoth has seen more than 7 feet of snow. The man was from Oceanside, California, and he died Thursday afternoon after being discovered upside down in the snow without a pulse, according to authorities. Mammoth Mountain Ski Patrol was dispatched to the Red Wing area of the mountain after hearing reports of a male skier upside down in deep snow. According to reports, guests on the scene started to uncover the skier. Once the patrol showed up, they started CPR and administered automatic external defibrillation shockers across the man, but he did not respond or have a pulse. The skier was taken to the Mammoth Hospital, where authorities say he died. Here's the bottom line. You're skiing in the elements. This isn't a controlled element. This is 7 feet of snow, and this cat, he might have been screwing around. Maybe he was just skiing and fell. Who knows? I can tell you just by my own level of skiing is that sometimes you're out of control, but you're usually in a controlled area. There's not many times that I'm skiing in powder without somebody, or the woods. You never go in the woods without somebody. You never ski powder without somebody. But those are the consequences of the hill. And I wanted to bring this message to you so that when you get out there, if it be with your kids or with your loved ones, or if you're just going up with yourself, don't go off on your own, Elvis. Bring a friend, okay? Make a real concerted effort to make safety a priority up there. And I don't want to sound like, nagging Nelly, but this is a life and death situation sometimes. And if it's my kid, and you're gonna know that I'm gonna take that into consideration every time. And in fact, that's something that Olivia will tell you. Papa always tells me, safety first. When you're skiing anyway, like some things, you have to put, you can't be putting safety first every time, but on skiing it is. I'm not sitting here debating safety first with other things. Like, I don't know what it is. Safety first all the time. All right, safety first all the time. Oh, hey, I have a little shout out to go to a couple girlfriends out in Honolulu, Hawaii, by the way. I have Mika and Olivia out there. Thought I'd throw them a little shout out. Mika's from New Mexico. She skis near, I don't know, near Roswell, but down in South New Mexico, there's some fabulous skiing down there too at Ski Apache. Anyway, moving on to the music list. Dun, 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 dun. The top 10. Like, this is crazy too, because the reason I brought up the Hawaii deal is this. Number 10 is a song that I picked up from those guys in Honolulu, and it's called Sha-La-La-La, S-H-A-L-A-L-A, by Moses Gun Collective. It's a cool jam, and when I heard it, I was like, oh man, I can totally shred to this song, like, just enjoy it. And like, it's one of those songs that you might even talk to people about. They're like, wow, that's cool, I've never heard that before. And you're like, oh yeah, dude, I picked it up in the islands. And conversation starter or whatever. Tune it in, check it out. I think you'll like that. Number 3, Wishing by Electric Light Orchestra. Some people know it as ELO. E as in electric, L as in light, O as in orchestra, abbreviated. ELO had a number of hits. Evil Woman and Shine a Little Light on My Life, Don't Bring Me Down. Wishing is the one I picked here. Moving on, number 6, Girl in Red. We Fell in Love in October. Another song I picked up in the islands, and just seemed like this really cool jam that you could be on the hill with, throwing some turns on, maybe just in the park riding around, or maybe it's a lift song. But it's cool. I think it's worthy of this list anyway. Number 5 is by Dirty Heads, called Dance All Night. And I called that songs, those group of songs are like the island songs. We have the bottom 5 here, or the top 5. Passing Me By the Sarcade. Now, PHARCYDE. Next, Problems by Black. Now you're like, well, how does Frankie know that song? Just tune it in. The next one is Ice Cream Man by Tyga. Tyga, I guess is what I should, because Tyga, Tyga. Ice Cream Man. I just love that song. That song is such a jam. Oh my God, I can't even tell you. Banana Clip. Banana ran his head. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Number 2, finishing off the list here. Number 2 is Nelly, Air Force Ones. So imagine getting off the lift, putting on music, maybe turning it up a little bit, and throwing on Air Force Ones, and you just start moving. You know, sometimes when you're on the top, you don't just drop right off. Like there's a little area to pick up some speed, and that's the beginning of Air Force Ones. And then you get to where it's steep, and then the song picks up, and it's just jamming. All right, here we go. Number 1. Bam, 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 bam. You guys won't believe this. Like, I hope everybody is sitting down right now as I announce today's number 1 song, because I'm going to get some comments about this, and I hope I do. I hope I do. By the way, before we go any further, I'd like to have you subscribe. If you're getting value from this, please subscribe. And if you put subscribe down in the comments, I will reply back to that. I'll be like, hey, what's up, Pimp Daddy? What's cooking? What's up, girl? Or whatever is clever in your world. And then like the video, like the podcast, share it with your friends. But please comment or subscribe. That would be awesome. Especially if you're getting like 99% of the time. There might be that like afternoon spring skiing that you throw it off and you get a little sun and you're just wearing your cool Varnays sunglasses, and you're sporting that kind of French look or that Italian look, the skiing the Swiss Alps look with your sweater, your zipper sweater like I got on here, let me pull out my Bono shades. Okay. Like you can wear these ones that I'm cooking right now with. Am I cooking with bacon right now? Look at these shades. These ones rock, don't they? But look at that. With or without you. With or without you. Oh. I can live. Oh boy. No man, that's just me sporting up my my spring skiing glasses without the helmet look. There it is. Well, thanks for listening. I always appreciate the you tuning into the show, and hopefully we'll see you out on the slopes with SKI with Frankie Z. Comment, subscribe, and like. Okay. What's your favorite YouTube song? That's what I want to know. Oh man, I got so many of those. Those guys rock. Thanks again for tuning in. Always bonus over here at the YouTube channel. Frank Diddy from the big cities out. One more time.
Yeah, pull.
Ooh, a new favorite.